Hey y'all, welcome to the next episode of Three's a Charm. As we all know, in the last episode, Nicole ended up having a little rendezvous with the guy that she met at the bar. Now she's concerned that she's pregnant. She's already super stressed raising the triplets on her own, but if she is pregnant again, she'll consider it a blessing and she's going to find the funds to hire a full time nanny. Well, lo and behold, she is not pregnant and she's relieved to say the least. Nicole is officially at wit's end with Layla. Layla decided that she's going to allow her new husband, Gregory, to move in with them. And Nicole is completely enraged because it's one thing to have random guys coming over without Nicole's permission, but it's a whole nother thing to go get married, not tell anyone, and then just expect everybody to be okay with him moving in. Nicole is making it crystal clear to Layla that her behavior is not acceptable and she does have to move out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Layla is pissed because she wasn't expecting her sister to really put her out. She's so used to Nicole letting her get away with almost anything under the sun. So now she's really pissed at Nicole and she's going to have to find a new place to stay. Cole thought it was finally time for her to go visit her sister Marina to give her a piece of her mind. Since Marina got married to Samuel, she has completely ghosted her sisters. She hasn't even shown up to the kids' birthday parties. She hasn't come to visit. She just acts like they're not related at all. And Nicole is fed up with Marina and Layla. Ever since they both started dating and started seeing other people, it's like they treat her different just because she's a single mom. And Marina's just telling her, like, listen, I'm living my own life. At the end of the day, we're all adults. You're my sister. I still love you. I don't know why you would think otherwise. I just got married. Like, give me time to enjoy the honeymoon phase of my marriage. What's your beef? And Nicole's just like, no, like, I'm sick of you. You could have at least called and let me know that you weren't going to show up. I've invited you out and you just literally ghost me. And it's just disrespectful. And I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you and Layla. I deserve better. Shortly after leaving Marina's house, Nicole received a text message from one of her old high school sweethearts named Joe, and he let her know that he will be returning to town soon and wanted to know if she wanted to meet up with him for a drink or maybe for a bite to eat. So Nicole thought to herself it was perfect timing since she literally has been spending most of her time cursing out her sisters. What better way for her to calm her nerves by rekindling with an old flame? That night, Nicole met up with Joe at the bar and they rekindled on their old romance as kids. And they also caught up on life. So, Joe does work in the fishing industry. He does primarily travel for his job very frequently. However, he is looking to buy a new home in Oasis Springs. And Nicole's super excited about that, given that she lives there too. So she let him know that she's more than happy to help him on his house warming journey. And she also wanted to know, like, hey, are you dating anybody? Like, what's going on with you? And he let her know that he is married, but he is in the process of getting a divorce. So they are officially separated. And he is open to dating. And Nicole was very, very happy to hear that just because he's super handsome. He seems to be just as nice as he always has been. And she looks forward to having him around more often. For the remainder of the night, Nicole and Joe danced endlessly. They also laughed endlessly and made it very clear that they both looked forward to their next chapter of life because that meant that this next chapter would include one another. Cole thought it was finally time for her to go visit the triplets' grandmother, Ember, to ask her about helping her with the kids. When she did arrive to the kids' birthday party, she did offer her services, and Nicole is hopeful that she hasn't changed her mind. Ember let her know that she's more than welcome to help her in any way that she possibly can after she talks to her son in regards to the child support. And Nicole was very bewildered that she brought that up, given that they never discussed that before. And she asked Ember, what do you mean the child support? Ember let her know that she's aware that she receives over $10,000 worth of child support on a monthly basis. And given that increase of child support, that is causing a financial strain on her son. With that being said, she wants Nicole to request to either ultimately eliminate all of the child support or decrease it to a significant amount of no more than $4,000 a month so that her son is no longer strained. If she does that, she's more than happy to help her. Nicole made it very clear for Ember that she is not negotiating the child support. All of those finances are needed to not only raise the children right now, but to also save funds for them to go to college later. She made it very clear that her son does absolutely nothing for those children, not mentally or physically. So the very least that he can do is support them financially. And it's a shame that she had to go to the court system to force him to do so. Ember told her that she better be prepared to go to court because she's going to make sure that her son gets his way no matter what. She's willing to go as far as having him file for full custody just to ensure that he doesn't have to pay the child support. This statement enraged Nicole so much, in fact, she ended up doing the unthinkable. Nicole physically attacked Ember and kept yelling at her time and time again that no one was going to take her kids away from her, especially not their father. Shortly after attacking Ember, Nicole was arrested. She was charged for assault and booked immediately. Nicole is worried that Ember will not drop these charges and use this scenario against her in the custody battle that's coming her way with Clarence. Shortly after getting booked, Nicole encountered Officer Amir Kumar. She met him once before at the courthouse because she is a paralegal and he remembered her face. He asked her what she was doing there, and after she finished explaining, he promised her that he would do everything that he can to get her out. He reassured her that she would get the phone call that she needs to get her bail, and anything else that she needed after the fact, she can depend on him. Nicole is beyond grateful for his kindness and him offering to be there for support. When Nicole called both of her sisters, neither one of them answered. She couldn't help but cry out of frustration because she was worried about her kids and she was also worried about how soon she can get out of this situation. Luckily for her, Officer Kumar offered to pay for her bail anonymously, and he also offered to take her home. Once Nicole arrived home, she gave Officer Kumar the biggest hug that she possibly could. She whispered in his ear how grateful she was for him and she's eternally indebted to him. He made it very clear to her that she owes him nothing at all and he wishes her the best of luck in the remainder of her journey. Nicole rushed inside to hold her babies and prayed that this wouldn't be the last time. For the rest of the day, Nicole chatted with her lawyers so that they're prepared for what may be coming their way. They highly recommended that she collect any secrets or any evidence that she can gather to use against the children's father in court. In that moment, Nicole decided that she is going to hire the best private investigator that she can find. Nicole also decided to inform the law firm that she works for exactly what happened last night and what might be coming in the foreseeable future. And they informed her that she may be on an employee probation until further notice. Nicole decided that it would be best for her to resign from her position because she doesn't want to have any unnecessary stress in her life, especially not at this point. They tried to insist that this was strictly just a formal protocol because the law firm does have to ensure that they prioritize their reputation. And Nicole made it clear to them that she has to prioritize her own reputation as well. And if they are not willing to support her, especially in her time of need, then they need to go their separate ways as soon as possible. Nicole hopped on the computer to start a private investigation to find her mother. Her and her sisters haven't spoken to her mother since they were teenagers. And given the certain circumstances that Nicole is going through right now, she thought it would be the perfect time for her to reach out to her mom because she really needs help. She's hopeful that all will go well with rekindling with her mother because she would love for her to temporarily move in with her and the kids because it would help her case in court to have a live-in nanny. Nicole never imagined that her life would be this way. She never thought she'd ever have to go through a custody battle with her ex. She never thought she'd assault anyone. And she certainly never thought that she'd ever be reaching out to her mother again. But she does have faith that everything does happen for a reason. And she knows at the end of it all, a lesson will be learned that will only make her greater in spite of the circumstances.